Hello, everybody. Um, I'm Peter Tokar. I have this uh, new channel on my YouTube. It's a new brand channel. It's it, in order to have other channels, they have to have a brand, as far as I understand it. And my brand for this channel is going to be based on vertical farming, um, sort of a discussion area. I'm going to discuss the ramifications, the 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 things that are done and that have been done in vertical farming, and why it will have a limited impact um, on helping the world, helping to feed the world. From what I've heard in some, there is one really good video that I will put up, and that I've seen quite a bit of it. I think actually I've seen it all. I've seen the whole video once, and they mention that they show a good portion of this video is saying that in Holland they have over 100 years of experience with um, with supplying the world with vegetables. But tomatoes, in fact, are a good crop for this type of farming, and they do the vertical farming. They have been doing it for 100 years now, and they're really great at it. And the uh, uh, okay, in Holland or the Netherlands, their main problem is that a lot of their land is beneath water. So they have the windmills. The windmills provide, I think, part of the reason they have the windmills, the windmills pump the water and move it away from where they don't want it. So the modern day use of windmills is for wind energy, and that's a possible use of a great deal of land in our region here. There are a lot of wind farms um, out near the lake in uh, the farming fields. They're open fields. Um, they put these windmills up. A lot of people that live out that way, they don't like having all those windmills. Uh, this study, this brand on my channel is only for vertical farming, and especially about vertical farming in an urban setting. So it would be indoors. It would be in buildings that we're reclaiming from the decay of the various uh, urban settings, urban areas where there's urban decay. So there are buildings that are being vacated. They've been vacated. They've been vacant for maybe years. So taking them over legally through legal means, taking them and purchasing the properties and using the buildings rather than tearing them down, using them for vertical farming is a really good option for businesses. Businesses that will do urban vertical farms, growing tomatoes or what other crops that would be deemed best. These types of farms would be excellent. It would be another outlet for the profits that a business is bringing in. So you have a successful business, you have money that you don't know what to do with. You have finances that are building up in profits. You got them saved, you got them in GICs and so on. Well, reclaim a building in the downtown area. Reclaim a building and start an urban tomato farm. It sounds to me that this is what our future is. It sounds to me like a lot of cities have urban decay, and that this is an answer to the urban decay problems. The need for food. This is not an answer for growing a lot of food and shipping it over to China or to shipping it over to way overseas somewhere to feed people, feed children. You're not going to feed children with tomatoes. Okay? Tomatoes are what we enjoy on our tables. Tomatoes are not a food staple item, but for us, we have plenty of food. The tomatoes and other vegetation, other crops, other like cucumbers. It's really best with an urban vertical farm to grow one crop. I watched that video and they said that they were growing in 16 days. They had it down so that they grew in 16 days what would take 30 days out in an open field. And in an open field, the old method of farming, uses a lot of fertilizer, a lot of chemicals, a lot of water. You use less water in an indoor vertical farm, and I'm pretty certain that you can cut down the use of water to about 30% or less. And so, in a nutshell, what I'm saying is this is my topic for the videos that I will put up on my branded new channel. My branded channel right now is about urban vertical farming. And I'm going to study the educational opportunities, the ways that this will be taught for schools, for colleges, for maybe universities, and also it might even be that such a wave of opportunities will exist in Ontario and other provinces in Canada. I'm only concerned with as far as the educational aspect, it's going to be the ideas of how this will be brought into the high schools, and that there will be a wave of people from college education programs, college teachers that will be needed, university programs, and professors that will be needed, and that this study of urban planning and modeling of communities and the land use, especially this urban decay problem, that is answered best. I feel the urban vertical farms are an answer. They're a really good solution to the problems of urban decay, because you don't have to take and destroy the buildings that are there. You legally pump money into buying the buildings, into owning the structures, and then into making a better use of the internal regions within the building. So you can take over if I guess really I would be talking. You'd have to have a group of small businesses or a group of corporate not really executives. It would be a group of corporations, or maybe just one corporation, that would take over an area, like a city block of buildings. They would use the buildings for uh, for urban renewal, urban uh, vertical farming, and as part of the whole concept would be that you have people living in certain parts of that city block that you're renewing, that you're developing, and if it was, say, GM Canada, or it was, say, Ford Canada, that or whatever, if it was Ford Canada and there's the tractor division that took over a city block in Welland, in the urban, in an area that was decayed, decaying and decayed very severely. Okay, you got a lot of problems with urban decay. You've got a lot of problems that people are getting very, very, very much displeasure that all these buildings are going to waste. So let's say Ford Canada steps in and takes over a city block, and they can put their Ford Canada um, um, that they can make themselves known very well in doing this. Um, the idea is that they are doing a work uh, of such a magnitude, helping to rebuild and reuse uh, buildings that were going to waste. The internal uh, challenges of these buildings, first of all, you make the internal areas safe. You have to have safety for people working inside there. You have to have lighting for farming, because, I mean, okay, you don't need uh, you this is a very structurally um, sound principle, that you're emptying everything from within the building. You whatever is in there, because it, people, transient people, have stayed there and messed it all up. Okay, you get um, you get people that live in the area, people that are residential. You get students of college, students of you hire students for 4 hours on the weekend, or you hire them depending on whether they're going to school or they're working in the summer, or what have you. That it's a great thing to use student labor, pay them good wage for their time, and train them in this. and the use of Ford Canada logo, you know, just put it on the exterior walls along the street or along each, wherever the streets are. Make sure that people know that Ford Canada or whatever the corporation might be, what business might be doing this is um, that this is a project that is long term, that is a work of such magnitude of the, uh, the idea is to bring about better use of the structural the buildings, that instead of destroying, you're making better use of what's there. If you want to destroy, then don't watch my channel. My channel is about not being destructive, not being radical, not being extreme. This is motivated. It's a motivational challenge. And this doesn't have to be done by a corporation or by a business. It can be created. There can be residents of the area. Say, there can be residential and high school or school. You really don't want young children going and working at this. You gotta have you gotta have a semblance. You gotta have a proper way of dealing with it. Make sure that the students are at least 16 or 17, and then hire them at least minimum wage, at least. And right now in Ontario, I'm pretty certain that minimum wage is $12 to $15 an hour. Now, if you're hiring students that are still in high school or college or so on, then you're really not going to take all of their time every day, except during the summer when they're available to work full time. You want them. This channel, the brand for this channel, basically is simple. Okay, urban vertical farming. That I'm going to not. I'm going to do more than just put my own videos up. I'm going to bring other channels and other playlists of this nature of that speak to this same standard, the same theme, the same that I'm going to talk. I'm going to have channels that they're going to be like, I don't know how many channels I can add, but I'll add a number, maybe 4 of them, and there'll be at least one will be about hiring students, and you're okay. You're going to hire the students that live and go to school within the area, within proximity to your urban project. So you're not going to bring truckloads of farm kids into the urban area, into your project. You're not going to bring them from outside. You're not going to bring a truckload of Toronto students over to work for the weekend. Um, Weekends are important for young children. They're for 16, 17, 18, 19, when they're in high school. Uh, for them to work all weekend, not have any time for their study, that's not fair to them. Um, Letting students come over from other cities and everything, uh, letting them come over and see what's going on while you have people working on it, people that can explain to them what is being done. Um, that would be a very good learning experience for them. Um, I think this could be excellent, an excellent opportunity for not only uh, Ford Canada, like a corporation, a very big business. No, it could be for a neighborhood, activity that could reclaim. The whole idea is to reclaim uh, all that urban decayed uh, territory. It's a war on urban decay. It's a war on poverty. It's giving back. If you've got all these profits, I'm talking about money that would be in your pocket, or be in a bank account, or be in a GIC. You want to put it away for 5 years in a GIC? That won't do you any good. It'll let you have a little extra money. The, a 5 year or 3 year GIC will not give you what putting it into your neighborhood would do. Hiring students, hiring college students or university students. You could there are wealth university students and graduates that have studied agriculture and have studied all sorts of farming programs. They've got degrees. in all different areas. Not only in the agricultural uh, disciplines, they um, they have chemical engineering degrees, and I really am fascinated with. I've only seen the one vertical farming video, and I just got this vision from it of it is the most important and most enlightening thing I have ever partaken in. Just watching it, and I want to partake in this. I want to reclaim my city. I want to reclaim the rural areas too. Um, as I mean, this is fantabulous. I'll see you short. See you soon. I gotta go now, but I will make more videos soon. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.